in the shadow of an oak so grand, where once we carved our names in aged hands. The sunset bleeds through leaves like time, spilling secrets we once vowed to find. This quiet town, its whispering winds carry tales of you, the dance we'd spin. And oh, how the winds have changed, echoing your name through the frontier strange. Memory bled in silence neath the starlit sky, with only the night to hear my lonesome sigh. The trail grows cold, the candle dims in the silence where our song begins. Now wandering past that empty cabin's glare, gravel roads forgotten, tales of despair. The scent of rain on dusty plains brings back your laughter, the love remains. An old porch swing sways with ghosts of your grace. In each creaking wood, your smile I trace. And oh, how the winds have changed, echoing your name through the frontier strange. Memory bled in silence neath the starlit sky, with only the night to hear my lonesome sigh. The trail grows cold, the candle dims in the silence where our song begins. Of stars, I reckon with my heart's old scars. Sometimes a man's got to lose his way to understand the price he's paid. And oh, how my heart has learned in every whispered wind your voice returned. Memory lives in silence where we used to lie. Now I sing our song to the open sky. Goodbye's a ghost on these haunted plains. In the silence, love and pain remains. The trail goes cold, the candle dims in the silence where love swims. In the hush of dusk, I feel your eyes. Memory fades, but never dies. Where the oak tree shadows lay long, under the whispers of the prairie song, Sparrow listened on a wire old and frayed to the sighs of my heart, like a serenade by the dusty cabin where we once danced, where love was born in a fleeting glance. Change, as do hearts, and sparrows fly where morning starts. But my soul's tethered to that porch of pine under stars, where your hand slipped from mine. Sparrow listened as we said goodbye. The sunset wept in a crimson sky. Gravel roads now less traveled by, creek beds dry where we used to lie. An old scarf clings to a branch turned gray, like the color of skies on a stormy day. Echoes of laughter, the shutter slams, silence fills the air as the door frame jams. Oh, the winds they change, as do hearts, and sparrows soar where morning starts. But my soul's tethered to that porch of pine under stars, where your hand slipped from mine. Sparrow listened as we said goodbye. The sunset wept in a crimson sky. winding trails, the hoof prints disappear, just like us, swallowed by the years. A lone saddle resting by the shed, memories of you dancing in my head. Sparrow flies, but the story's told in the whispering winds, so raw, so cold. Oh, the winds, they know of lost love's cost, and sparrows find all that we have lost. Still my soul's tethered to that porch of pine under stars where forever seemed fine. Sparrow listen, oh sparrow knows, in the quiet towns where the heartache grows, by the fading light where shadows play, I'll sit and wait for the break of day. Out in the shadow of the oak tree sprawl, where the wild wind whispers and old secrets call, there's a cabin standing worn by time's embrace. Each board and nail still holds your grace. Your scarf still dances on the porch rail worn, just like the day you left, and my heart was torn. Dust hides the paths where we used to roam, under starlit skies that once felt like home. Now each breeze that passes whispers your name in this silent prairie. It don't feel the same. Lost is the echo in my boots, so tread a cowboy's lone song where all words have fled. Remember the rains, how they washed us clean on a great porch wood, our sleigh wiped serene. The seasons turn as they always do, the rivers ran dry and so did you. Now the gravel road bears no fresh tire track, only memories fade, but they don't look back. Dust hides the trails where our laughter lay, now just windswept silence day after day. Your absence a shadow that the sunset paints across empty fields and weathered fence gates. Love's just a whisper caught on the dust, a cowboy's heartbreak in a world unjust. Sometimes in the rain, a scent so sweet arose as you loved by the old oak seat. It's there I realize, despite time's theft, in the heart of the dust, your memory's kept. Dust hides the heartache and whispers low in the wild lands where we used to go. Each sunset's a closing door of the past in the quiet town where shadows are cast. If letting go is the cowboy's way, why does this dust make me wish I'd stay? And so under these endless skies I ride, with nothing but memories riding side by side. And dust, it hides, oh dust, it hides. Out where the oak tree shadows lay long, under the breath of the prairie song, found an old locket, rusted and worn, whispered secrets of love sworn. by the creek where we used to roam, in a quiet town that we called home. Your laughter danced on the summer air, your scarlet scarf left hanging there. Lock and shut the door on the past so sweet, locked inside where our memories meet. Riding through these ghost trails alone, echoes of a love deep as stone. The wind's a harsh reminder in the fading light of your smile that's gone into the night. Years rolled by like a storm swift past. The wildlands changed, so did the grass. Old porches creak neath time's heavy hand, in empty cabins where we made our stand. The saddle's worn like the heart I bear, past overgrown, yet I feel you there. The rain falls soft on the dusty ground, in the silence after you're nowhere found. Lock and shut the door on dreams once lived, in the heart of a wanderer endlessly adrift. Riding through these ghost trails alone, echoes of a love deep as stone. The dusk a cold blanket, or the twilight sigh of your voice that's faded into the sky. Down the gravel road under the sunset's burning, lesson in each turn of how to love, then learn. An empty echo in the box where once a fire burned bright, now just the twilight and the softening of night. Lock and shut the door on the love I can't restore. Whispers in the wind say I'll see you once more. Riding through these memories alone, echoes of a love forever my own. With every sunset swallowed by the night, I find peace in the starlight, holding on to your light. Underneath the shadow of the old oak tree, there's a scarf you left, now part of the breeze. Scarlet like the sunset, it whispers and sighs, echoes of your laughter in the whispering ride. That old porch creaked under secrets we'd share as dust danced in the light like soft ash in the air. Oh, how the dust bleeds, just like my heart, on trails long faded, where we're worlds apart. Every step on these gravel roads, a solemn creep, underneath these vast skies, where the old winds plead. The cabin stands empty where our whispers once lay, window staring blankly where our shadows would wait. An old saddle untouched rests by the cold heart, a relic arrives through wildflower paths. Now rain taps like Morse code on the tin roof above, playing tunes of a time when I knew your love. Oh, how the dust bleeds, just like my heart, on trails long faded, where we're worlds apart. Every step on these gravel roads, a solemn creep, underneath these vast skies, where the old winds plead. Now I ride through the twilight where the silence is deep. The echoes of my heartbeats are the company I keep. As the night claims the colors and shadows intertwine, I find solace in the stars, memory divine. Oh, how the dust dust bleeds, and so do I. In the echoes of the land, under the vast twilight sky. With each gust of wind I face what I've lost. Dust bleeds like tears on the crosses I've crossed. And in the quiet, the end of day please set free the memories like old leaves.
In a town where the oak trees whisper and sigh, I recall her porch where the old swing still lies. Her eyes listened like the prairie to rain, knew all my joy and cradled my pain. We traced gravel roads under skies wide and vast, but like shadows at dusk, those days they passed. Her eyes listen, but now they roam far from my star, across empty cabins where wild memories are. In the silence of the wind, her laughter I chase through the fading trails of her vanishing grace. The saddle sits dusty, my boots worn and old, in a room where a scar holds the cold. Seasons turn ruthless, the oaks aged in grief, each leaf a story, each fall too brief. She left with the dawn like a phantom, a ghost, leaving echoes in the heart she knew most. Her eyes listen, but now they roam far from my star, across empty cabins where wild memories are. In the whisper of the trees, her soft verses I hear, but they're just fleeting shadows, she's no longer here. So here's to the trails that we once rode side by side. Now I wander them alone, with the sunset as my guide. The land stretches out like the sorrow in my chest. In the quiet of this night, I admit I'm just a guest. Her eyes listen, and oh how my soul has tried to move past the pain to the other side. But in every dusty sunset and each star above, I find the beauty and the curse of an undying love. Her eyes listen, and I'm still learning to let go in this haunting quiet where the cold winds blow. In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once carved deep, the creek sings low beneath the old stone bridge. Her laughter echoes through the hollow, whispering secrets we'd keep on that rugged porch under twilight's red. Her goodbye walked away like the sun dips out of day, leaving shadows where once there was light. With every dust-stirred step, further she swayed, till her silhouette blended into the night. The saddle sits old on the cabin wall, scars hung without care. Past we roam now overgrown, no trace left to find. Rain taps soft on the window like the touch of her hair, in this empty room where the past unwinds. Her goodbye walked away like the sun dips out of day, leaving shadows where once there was light. With every dust-stirred step, further she swayed, till her silhouette blended into the night. So here I stand, a solitary man, where the gravel road bends, fading trails like old tales slip from my grasp. The wind's whisper of what was and how it had to end. In the quiet heart of the night, I unclasp. Her goodbye walked away, and I'm left here to say, echoes and shadows are all that remain, as the stars peer down on my long cowboy way. Her memory's the last dance in the dust and the rain.
On the outskirts of a dream, by the shadow of an oak, I trace the lines of laughter where your scarf once gently spoke. Underneath that aging porch, where the old wood barely stands, my boots still stir the dust up like your fingers through my hands. But love said nothing as the silence filled the air, just the creaking of the saddle and a whisper of despair. The sunset bleeds like fire on horizons turning thin. Love said nothing, leaving me to the mercy of the wind. Those gravel roads we wandered, now just pathways to the past. The cabin stands abandoned, like the shadows that we cast. Rain taps on the rooftop, like the rhythms of your grace. But it's just a lonely heartbeat in this empty, quiet place. Love said nothing as the darkness hugged the light, just the echo of your footsteps merging with the coming night. The stars above mercy of the wind. And oh, how the prairies remember us, every laugh woven through the grass, every tear a drop of rain, turning trails to mud and glass. But as the moon climbs the back of the hills, where once our dreams did soar, I find solace in the silence, though it pains me evermore. Love said nothing, not a farewell or a sigh, just the turning of the earth and the aching of the sky. Now I ride through fading trails where our memories have thinned. Love said nothing, but I still feel everything. Out where the old oak whispers low, by the creek where wildflowers used to grow, I carved our names in that loose bark, in the heart of the forest where the world was dark. You wore that scarf, the color of the dawn, as we laughed through fields that summer morn. And the creek called my name with your voice in its flow, as the waters of time dragged my heart down below. And those ripples reflect the sun's golden flame, where our echoes lie buried, the creek called my name. Now the cabin stands hollow on gravel roads bent, windows like eyes too dry to pretend that oak tree still stands, but it weeps all alone. The names we once cut, now weathered and grown. Your scarf found a home on an old porch swing, where I sit through the storms when the cold winds sting. And the creek called my name through the whispering pines, a melody mixed with those better old times. And each drop is a moment, and each splash a claim of a love long past. The creek called my name. There's a saddle that's worn, resting idle and tired, like the soul of a cowboy once fiercely fired by the love of a maiden with eyes wild and free. Now just a shadow in the dust, that's all that I see. So I'll ride one last time as the sunset turns cold, down the fading trail where our stories were told. And the creek calls my name, oh so sweet, oh so pain, in the hush of the night where nothing's the same. Forever I'm bound to the whispering claim, in the creek's lonely song it called out my name. under the shade of an old oak tree, where the river bends and sighs softly. We carved our names, young and free in the wild. Her laughter danced, sweet as the evening mild. The oak stood witness to vows softly spoken. Beneath its boughs a heart was once unbroken. Oak tree whispers in the dusky twilight, memories flutter like leaves in the night. Her scarf a faded red against the bark in the quiet town where she left her mark. Oh, how the silence speaks in what remains. The oak tree whispers, echo in my pains. Years roll like tumbleweeds through the plains. Her path veered far from these gravel lanes. The porch we built, now old and worn, holds the ghost of the love that I mourn. Where once her laughter filled the summer air, now only echoes meet my solemn stare. Oak tree whispers in the fading light, memories darken like the coming night. Her scarf still clinging to dreams gone stark in the quiet town that hides in the dark. Oh, how the shadows move where we once lay. The oak tree whispers, calling me to stay. Oh, the saddle rests on the dusty beam, beside the boots that chased our fleeting dream. The rains have come and washed away the traces, but not the yearning from these empty spaces. Oak tree whispers while the cold wind sweeps through the fields where the old love weeps. Her scarf a relic of a past so stark in the quiet town now forever dark. Oh, how the heart holds tight what it can't replace. The oak tree whispers, lost in time's embrace. Underneath the oak where we first said hello, I pitched a tent as the sun dipped low. Scarf she wove hanging on a broken fence, each thread a whisper, each color intense. The campfire's glow lit up her smile. In that quiet town we stayed a while, but the campfire watched me leave. Amber sparks against the cool night breeze, dust kicked up under my old boots weave, and every flame's a memory. Campfire watched me leave. Years rolled on like tumbleweeds down old gravel roads. The cabin's empty where laughter once flowed. Her saddle's worn, rests silent by the door. No more rides by the creekside where we swore. Rain taps on the window like the beat of her heart. In a dance of shadows, we're worlds apart. But the campfire watched me leave. Amber sparks against the cool night breeze. Dust kicked up under my old boots weave. And every flame's a memory. Campfire watched me leave. Trails have faded where we used to roam, in the wild lands that we called our home. A single oak leaf carried by the wind, whispers of the past where love had been. So the campfire watched me leave, with heavy heart and soul that grieves. Under starlit skies my lone plea is for the fire to forget, like she forgot me. And every flame's a memory. Campfire watch me leave. Yes, that campfire watch me leave. There's a field just past a rusted barn, where summer danced and kissed our arms. Your laughter rang through dandelions like a love song without trying. I drive that old Ford, paint peeled gold. We'd raise the dust, not growing old. Your sundress swayed with every breeze, back when love was wild and free. Oh, in the fields of '89, we rode forever on a cotton line, with muddy boots and radio static. Our hearts beat loud and automatic. You were 17, I was trying to shine. We were just kids, but God, you were mine. In the golden light of that county line, I lost my heart in the fields of '89. You liked your lemonade with ice, I liked your voice under starlit skies. We carved our names in the old oak tree. It still leans west like memory. You left for school, I stayed to farm, but your goodbye still feels warm. I hear your song in meadow winds, and every spring it starts again. Oh, in the fields of '89, where we slow danced to Patsy Cline. On cassette tapes we had to rewind. Those Friday nights felt so divine. Now the scarecrow stands where you kissed me blind, and all that's left are roots in time. But you still bloom in that old design of my broken heart in the fields of '89. Swirling round every time the wheat bends down. I feel your love in this ghost town. So if you drive these roads someday and see the sun-kissed amber haze, stop for a while, feel the air. You'll find us two still dancing there, not as we are, but who we were, in every breeze and every blur. And know that some things time won't mind, like our forever in the fields of '89.
in the shadow of an oak, by the rusted gate we knew, where the whispers of the prairie grass caught the morning dew. Your scarf a patch of crimson lost beneath the summer's throne, where we carved our names on that old porch in a time all our own. Oh, how the gate still sways in winds that know your name, while my heart's locked behind it, forever waiting in vain. Every sunset paints your face on the skies I roam alone. Rusted gate stays, but darling, you've gone. The years they came with dust and rain wore the trail to your door. The cabin stands, empty hands, no echo of your laughter anymore. That saddle rests untouched, undressed, where once it rode the wild. Every gravel road a memory, every mile a whispered child. Oh, how the gate still sways in winds that know your name, while my heart's locked behind it, forever waiting in vain. Every sunset paints your face on the skies I roam alone. Rusted gate stays, but darling, you've gone. Beneath the crescent moon's embrace, I feel the weight of skies. The stars like tears, the night reveals what the heart denies. In the quiet of the fading trails, I find no rest, no new starts. For every path wins back to you, through the canyons of my heart. Oh, how the gate still sways in winds that sing your song, bound by rusted memories, where your whisper lingers long. Every sunset's a curtain call of a play where I'm alone. Rusted gate stays, my love, and I stay forever home.
Out where the oak tree marks our story start, under the shade where you first stole my heart, the whispering leaves, a choir of our past, still sing your name as shadows they cast, there by the creek where the wild horses roam. That old wooden porch, we once called it home. Memory lingers like dust on the trail. The sun sets, but some tales never pale. Your scarf in the wind, a dance lost in time. Every sunset burns your absence a crime. These gravel roads, they know my weary stride. Haunted by the love I can't set aside. Now the cabin stands hollow and worn, windows like eyes shattered and torn. The laughter that filled up the dusky eve's air fades into silence, there's nobody there. Rain taps the roof in a slow rhythmic cry, as I wonder about the how, the when, and the why. Memory lingers like dust on the trail. The sun sets, but some tales never pale. Your scarf in the wind, a dance lost in time. Every sunset burns your absence a crime. These gravel roads, they know my weary stride. Haunted by the love I I can't set aside. Could these rolling hills whisper your name? Would the river's course ever be the same? With each lone star that lights the night's dawn, I roam this earth forever to roam. So memory lingers like the scent of the rain on the saddle, the leather where once was your reign. A cowboy alone by fate's harsh decree, under vast starlit skies you're still with me. Yes, memory lingers and I reckon it will, till the trails end and the heart lies still. Out where the oak tree shadows lay long on the ground, I first saw her wild hair go like the crown of a queen. Under that old porch, laughter was the sweetest sound. Where we carved our names, now just whispers in between. But the storm turned cold, the sky stole her golden light, leaving just shadows where we used to dance alone. That old scarf she left holds a scent of her tight. Now I wander these gravel roads forever thrown. The cabin stands empty where once it brimmed with dreams. Windows gaze like tired eyes watching seasons betray. The trail's overgrown where we chase fleeting streams. Her absence a quiet ghost in the dust where I lay. Yes, the storm turned cold, the sky stole her golden light, leaving just echoes where laughter filled the void. That old saddle's warm like my heart through endless nights. Under the moon's pale watch, my hopes forever alive. In the silence after rain, when the wind speaks soft and low, I feel her touch in the breeze that stirs the sycamore leaves. Maybe all that's left is the letting go, finding peace like the sunset in the warmth it weaves. Still the storm turned cold, and my heart bears the frost, a prairie fire in my soul for the love I've known and lost. These lands, they hold her in the quiet rustling gold, till I'm just a tale on these trails forever old. With every sun that sets, I learn to live with the ghost of her whisper in the wind on the path I chose the most.
In the shadow of the canyon, where the oak tree stands alone, I
found your scarf, the one you wore, now faded, frayed, and blown. The wind whispers secrets through the branches overhead, echoes of the sweet words to me you once had said. Oh, the wind whispers low beneath the coyote's cry, where the riverbeds run dry under the vast unending sky. My heart lies buried in the rugged dusty plains, where the silent sunsets bleed and only your memory remains. These gravel roads, they twist and turn past porches old and worn, each creaking board a testament to vows once sweetly sworn. The time it rode a swifter steed took you far from these wild lands, left me roaming solo with just shadows holding hands. Oh, the wind whispers low beneath the coyote's cry, where the riverbeds run dry under the vast unending sky. My heart lies buried in the rugged dusty plains, where the silent sunsets bleed and only your memory remains. I've worn my sorrow like an old leather saddle, riding trails of solitude, too lonesome to straddle. But every gust, every storm that I weather ties me stronger, the ghost of your tether. So let the wind whisper soft, let it howl, let it moan. I'll walk these empty cabins, these forgotten roads alone, as the dust claims the day with a deep purple sigh. I'm a shadow in the sunset with no tears left to cry, where the paths fade away in the lands you once roamed. The wind whispers your name, my heart's final home. In the shadow of the old oak's bough, where we once carved our name so proud, the wind's a whisper soft and low, through the leaves it seems to crow. The dust it danced, our boots it wore, by the cabin door love's lore. Oh, the dust turned cold in the twilight's fold, underneath the endless indigo. Where did you go, my heart's echo, leaving me with these ghosts in the afterglow? The saddle's worn, the leather's cracked, just like the paths where we once tracked. That dusty scarf you left behind is the only piece you didn't unwind. The prairie's wide, the town's gone quiet, your absence a storm my soul can't fight. Oh, the dust turned cold in the twilight's fold, underneath the endless indigo. Where did you go, my heart's echo, leaving me with these ghosts in the afterglow? hiding trails of regret and solace untold. Where did you go? My heart's echo, wandering alone in the dust turned cold. Echoes fade down gravel roads long sold, in the winds that carry the dust turned cold.
In the town of Broken Spur, under a bleeding sky, there stood an oak, its limbs like prayers stretching wide. That's where we carved our names, in the heart of the bark, where his shadow fell apart as day slipped into dark. Oh, the winds, they whisper secrets through the rustling leaves. His scarf still smells like dust and dreams woven with grief. Every sunset paints his face on the clouds torn and stark, in the silence of the old porch where his shadow fell apart. Years rolled like tumbleweeds past the empty cabin's call. Gravel roads hold echoes of his footsteps, that's all. The saddle sits untouched, the reins lay soft and slack. Memories fade like trails, they don't lead them back. Oh, the winds, they whisper secrets through the rustling leaves. His scarf still smells like dust and dreams woven with grief. Every sunset paints his face on the clouds torn and stark, in the silence of the old porch where his shadow fell apart. Speaks in rhythms on the dusty window pane, telling tales of the cowboy who won't ride through again. In the heart of every storm, amidst the thunder's art, lies the shattered piece of a lonesome, wayward heart. So let the wind carry away the whispers through the rustling leaves. His scarf still tangled in my fingers with dust and shattered dreams. Each sunset a reminder of love's enduring mark on the silence of the old porch where his shadow fell apart. In the whisper of the leaves where his shadow fell apart. In the shadow of the oak, where the wild river bends, I first saw her silhouette against the sun's dying embers. That old wooden porch creaked beneath her
bare feet as the wind played with the scarf that danced around her slender neck. Ghost cries on the prairie whisper through the sage, haunting this old heart as I ride through another age. Every mile I travel, every storm I brave, her love's a shadow fading in the twilight of an empty grave. Years have turned the leaves from green to dust. The cabin stands alone, boards warped by wind's harsh trust, where laughter once filled the cooling summer air. Now only silence answers the creak of that old rocking chair. Ghost cries on the prairie echo across the plains, her voice drifts over fields that once bloomed with golden grains. Every star that flickers reflecting in my tear is a memory of a love lost whispering on the frontier. Underneath the vast expanse of endless indigo, I reckon every step I take is one more I let her go. But her sin in the rain, her touch in the wind's embrace, tells me that this cowboy's heart will forever be her place. Ghost cries on the prairie, sing a lonesome tune like the howl of the night wolves under a waning crescent moon. Yet in every setting sun, down every gravel trail, her essence rides beside me, eternal as an old folk's tale. Her love's a story etched upon the dust I write, a tale of a ghost who's never truly left my side.
Under the shade of an old oak tree, where the wind whispers secrets in a dance, you and I carved our names for eternity, in that wild field where we took our last stance. With a scarf you left all tattered and red, tied to the branch where our love stories bled. Saddle cries on a dusty trail, echoes of hoofbeats, a lonesome wail. Sunset burns just to fade away, like your voice in the winds of yesterday. Oh, this heart rides alone tonight, under stars that don't shine as bright. Now the old porch creaks with no one to know. The tales of the laughter are sweet undertow. An empty cabin keeps the cold at its heart. Gravel roads lost to the wilderness raft, where the river used to sing you to sleep. Lies the silence so heavy, so deep. Saddle cries on a dusty trail, echoes of hoofbeats, a lonesome
under stars that don't shine as bright. In the rustle of leaves I still hear your laugh, but time's a thief in a photograph. Fading trails, how they twist and they weave. Your absence is the ghost I can't leave. Oh. Saddle cries on that dusty trail, a cowboy's heart told a lonesome tale. Every sunset I whisper your name in the hopes that my soul you'll reclaim. Yet here I ride forever astray, in the twilight of memories that won't fade away.